For the platform walkthrough, I'll be going through the core functionalities you'll need to know to start onboarding your teams. We'll first go through how you will be able to sign up, how you'll then be able to invite your teams and manage them on the platform, how you'll be able to view the training content that's available, how you can actually create the assignments for your teams. We'll also go through some reporting, and then lastly, we'll go through some support and resources for you. So with our invited to the platform, you will get an email from noreply@lobsterink.com. It will come through your inbox, and this is what it will look like. If you don't see it in your main inbox, just be sure to check your spam folder because it may have landed there. And when you open up the email, all you'll need to do over here is click complete your registration. From here, you will be directed to a registration page where you will add your registration details. We'll give it a few seconds. And before we do that, the system will ask you if you are a new or existing user. You're going to leave it on the first option and click next. Okay, and then you will be directed to the registration page. So over here, you can put in your details. Your email address will already be in that field for you. You can add your password. And then you can tick our terms and conditions and simply click sign up. Very quick and easy. Give it a few moments. Okay, and there we go. Your account will be created. Now, after signing up, you want to be able to start inviting your teams to the platform, keeping in mind the target that Weil discussed. So first things first, when you want to start inviting your teams, from the home page, you're going to go to Manage Learners. Then you're going to, on your hotel level, let's use Steinberger. You're going to click on the 3 dots and click Invite Learners. From here, you can add your team member's email address. So here, for example, I'm going to add Jacob's. You can add their names as well. And then you can also select the user type. And by user type, all we're meaning is if they are someone that's just going to be learning, training on the platform, they'll remain as a learner. If they will be helping to support you with managing the training program on your hotel, you would select manager. So for this one, we're just going to select learner. And then once you're done with that, simply click send. And that's that. You've invited your team members. Now, let's say if you want to start managing your team. Say, for example, a team member has left the hotel. You want to be able to remove their profile. All you need to do is search for their name on the Manage Learners page. You will then select their profile by hovering over this box, tick it, and then select Deactivate Learners. Click it again, and then done. Say if they come back to the hotel as it is in hospitality, all you need to do is at the top, select deactivated learners, search for the user, and you'll be able to locate their account and reactivate it the same way. There we go. Same process, activate. And all of their training that they are in progress with or have completed will remain on their profile. Okay, from there, I am going to show you how to actually view the training content available. The place where you're going to see that is over here on the Explore page. So this is our favorite page at Lobster Ink because it's so colorful. Here is where you'll see all of the training courses available for you and your hotel team members. You'll see over here on the left-hand side that you can filter for specific job roles. So say if I want content for a front office agent, I can filter for that content. If I want to go more bird's eye level, I can select categories, and then I have more of a bigger category to filter for. So if I want everything in hospitality management, for example, I get all of the content relevant to that. Now, something to note is visually, you'll see there's a few differences in the content. Some of them have these white squares, some of them don't. And the main difference between these is we have courses available, which are standalone training contents, usually have 1 or 2 or even up to 5 lessons. And then we also have learning paths, which are a collection of courses. And the main difference between them for a learner experience is that when you ask them to complete a learning path, they will get a certificate at the end. And I'll show you what that looks like. So here you've got all of your courses, and then they will receive a certificate once they complete it. Whereas for courses, you'll see that it's just the course details and the lessons that they will complete. Now, something to note with all of this lovely training is that there are theory assessments or tests at the end of each of them. And the minimum pass mark for them is 80%. So all of your team members will need to pass that test in order to mark it as complete. And then very quickly, I want to show you the language feature. So say if I look at Startwell, which is our most popular training content. Here it is a learning path. It's got all of the courses. Say your team wants to learn in perhaps Arabic. They can actually change the language of the platform by toggling up over here where it says English. They can then click on Arabic, and then everything will be translated into Arabic for them. Okay, and then when they actually start learning, you'll notice that a lot of these courses have also been translated within them. And you'll see that they will be played as such. Okay. So that is the Explore page. Now, the next thing I want to take you through is how to actually assign the training to your team. I'm going to change it back to English because I cannot speak Arabic, unfortunately. There we go.
Your property might have the most.
So the place that you are going to go to create the assignments for your team is to go back to the home page. Then if you scroll a bit further down, you'll see an option over here called Assignments. You click on Manage Assignments. And from here, you can start creating it. So you will click Create Assignment. If you want to assign the training to all of the team members that you have on the platform, you can select groups. If you want to assign it to specific people in your team, you can select specific learners. For the sake of the demonstration, I will use this option. So here, for example, I am going to select a specific learner or myself. I'll just select all of these. Then over here, I can select the training that I want them to learn. And what's nice about this page is that for each of the training that you review, you'll have a brief description of what the training is about and how long it will take your team to actually complete it. So if I want to assign them front office accounting basics, service recovery, maybe compliance and HR, then over here, I can see the total amount of time it will take my team to complete this. And this is nice, especially in operations when you need to carve out time for training. You can also drag the courses in the order you want them to complete it. So maybe you want them to first start compliance and then this one and then that one. Once you're happy with that, you can click next. And then on this page here is where you can set a deadline. Now, normally we do recommend that you set a deadline so that your team members can pace themselves. So here, for example, if I were to assign this training today on the 29th, I want to give my team 30 days to complete it. I can just add 30 and I can assign it from there. If you would rather want a specific date, you can do that as well. The benefit of choosing time span is if you have a scenario where you are adding team members as the weeks go by, you want to be fair, give everyone the same amount of time to complete it. So we recommend 30 days as a time span so that everyone has the same amount of time to complete it. And then lastly, with the reassign courses option, if you want to use some of this training as a compliance aspect to hotel training, you might want your team members to retake completed courses just to refresh them. You can select this option over here. Once you're happy with that, you can create an assignment name. Then you can select what type of assignment it is. Maybe it's job role or compliance. You can also add a description to let your team members know why it's important they need to complete this. And then over here, you can just review who you have selected, the training that you have selected, and your settings. Once that's done, click Finish. And you are done. And there's your assignment created. Okay, now moving on to reporting. So with reporting, the most exciting part of this as a manager will be to track your team's progress. Now, something to note is that there are a lot of reports on the platform. I won't go through all of them today, but I will go through the main ones that we use and a lot of our partnerships use. So from the from the reports page, you'll have a look at this overview page. There's not much data here. The first report that's going to really matter to you is the assignments activity report. And the way that you'll get there is on the left-hand side, you'll click on assignments progress, learner reports, and then assignments activity. Okay, from here at the top, you'll notice with all of these reports that you'll be able to filter for specific things. So for this report specifically, you'll have your learner group as your hotel. You'll then be able to filter for the assignment that you created. So here, for example, there is a front office assignment created, and you can also filter for a specific date range you want to see data for. So with that, here you'll be able to see all of your team members in your hotel. You'll be able to see how many courses in the assignment was assigned to them and their progress within that date range and whether they have completed it. What's also really nice is that all of these reports are downloadable except the overview report. So it will download in an Excel file for you to always keep track and keep it in your internal records. Okay, the next report I want to show you is the assessment performance report. So throughout this process, you really want to be able to track your team's progress, how they're doing with the training, and also celebrate them when they are doing really well. And this is a very popular report amongst Lobster Ink because with this one, again, you can filter for specific training. And here you can see your list of team members, the times that it took for them to actually pass the test at the end of a course. And the most favorite metric over here is the average high score and how many times they took the assessment and how many times they passed. So it's a really nice way to gauge performance in this training, celebrate people who are achieving high scores, and also to coach people that may be struggling with the content. And again, this report is downloadable. Okay, so that is reports. And then moving on, lastly, to support and resources. So something to note is that you won't be alone in this process. You do have support tools within the platform, and you can also contact myself and Mr. Khalid. Quickly, I want to show you the resource center. So when you are on the home page, you can go to Manage Resource Center. And over here, you can see that there are quite a few materials available to you. I'm not going to go through all of them. Main thing that I want to show you over here is the assignment recommendations. So here we have assignment recommendations for multiple or general departments in hospitality, like F&B, front office housekeeping, for example. And over here, you can click download. And within these documents, you can see that there is already training content that has been mapped out for you for specific job roles. So if you want, if it's the library is very big, as Mr. Weil mentioned, 2,500 lessons, about 250 courses is a lot to filter through. So what we've done here is already map a lot of this content for you to support onboarding and training.
Sarika,
yes,
I'm sorry.
yes.
The last 30 seconds a bit interrupted in the speech. There was like distortions in the voice. Can you repeat again?
Sure. Let me go back. Okay, so this is the resource center where you can get assignment recommendations that are available to you to help filter for specific content for your teams. So as I was saying, Mr. Weil mentioned 2,500 lessons, about 250 courses, which is a lot to review and filter for. So what we've done is for each hospitality department, we've mapped out training content already for you. So you don't have to do the review process by yourself, excuse me. So here, for example, for a job role like housekeeping room attendant, you have these specific courses which you can assign to them on a weekly basis to support their onboarding. Here as well, public areas attendant, these are the courses that we recommend that you assign to them on a weekly basis to support their job role onboarding. Same thing over here. And then the main thing that is a big plus, and is something that is really loved, is this talent performance development mapping. So over here, you have courses that is relevant for a rooms attendant or public areas attendant. And then if you are wanting to develop your team, maybe get them into a leadership position, these are the courses that will support their growth to get them to a housekeeping supervisor. And then from there, to get them to a manager position, these are the courses that will support that transition. So this is mapped out for all of those departments and is available for you under the resource center. The next thing that you'll have available is the support widget over here in the bottom left corner of your screen. If you click on it, you'll be able to do two things. The first thing is that you can actually find help guides that will support you with any questions that you have. So say if I want to find out more about reporting, I have these top results that come up. Say if I want to actually report on assignment progress, then I can click on the relevant article, and this is slightly small for me, so I'm going to select that option, and you'll be able to access a guide which takes you step by step on how to use the platform functions. If you find that your questions aren't answered in the reports and the help guides available, You can also contact our customer service team by clicking the Contact Us option. You can fill in your name, your email address, and what query you have, any attachments if they support your question, and our contact team will be able to reach out to you to help answer your questions.
Thank you very much for the detailed orientation, Sarika. Really much appreciated, very into the point. And I'm sure we're having hundreds of questions after your presentation. That's why we will be putting all participants at ease, ensuring that we will be sharing this orientation and webinar in general on the Egyptian Hotels Association website, as well as on the YouTube channel of the Egyptian Hotels Associations. And we're sharing now in front of all audience, and in particularly because I need to indicate something very important here, because the main target audience today of the webinar is the HR and training directors who will be delegating later on the users to the hotel team. And definitely welcoming each and a single person is attending today to have a quick insights about what is actually behind the scene for such important collaborations. That's why I'm sharing now on the screen the support in case of any questions, inquiries. Sarika from Lobster Ink side will be more than happy via her email, sarika.saxina@ecolab.com, or my colleague in the Egyptian Hotels Associations, Mr. Khalid Ismail, the training director, and his email is k.ismail@egyptianhotels.org.